Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is going to be a really exciting one. We are starting one of my favorite games of all time, Hollow Knight. I am a huge fan of this game. I first got into it around 2018, 2019, um, and I've loved it ever since. So, what's the plan for today? Well, if you caught the announcement before, we're going to be starting a Steel Soul run of this game. Now, for the uninitiated, Steel Soul is a deathless run. There is no reviving in it at all. And if you know anything about Hollow Knight, it can be a pretty challenging experience. So, um, let me just get this out of the way right in the beginning. It is not my goal to beat this game deathless. I have never done it before, and I'm probably never gonna do it. Um, but that's okay. So part of the reason why I'm choosing Steel Soul over doing a real Let's Play of this game is a bit twofold. Number one, when I got started on Twitch, I did a full playthrough of Hollow Knight, and it was fantastic. It was maybe like 15 or so episodes, and back when I was on Twitch, I was doing really long streams, anywhere from like 2 hours would be a short one to like 4 hours would be kind of middle of the road for me. So I've already done full playthroughs of the game on my own and on other platforms. But the big reason I want to try Steel Soul is, number one, I just want to give a shot at the challenge. I've done it once before, and for those who have played Hollow Knight before, I made it decently far in. But the other big reason is I actually don't want this to be a really long series. I'm still very new to video editing and recording and getting everything set up for the YouTube platform, so I want something that's going to be challenging and enjoyable, but very manageable as far as the workload that comes with it, right? So I thought about it, and this is what I settled on. Another big reason I chose it is because it was a long time ago that I last picked up this game. The last time I really did a dive into Hollow Knight was all the way back when I played it on Twitch. Man, that was maybe what? That was like February, March of 2021 maybe, so that was a while back. In preparation for this playthrough, I did pick up the game again maybe a week ago. Made it through the opening area pretty comfortably, so let's just say I'm excited. But enough of that, let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, this isn't going to be a super deep story playthrough. The main goal here is just to, for me to learn the platform about YouTube and everything else, but it's mainly going to be a gameplay focused run, which will be really interesting for me because I actually really love going into these games in like a story perspective, right? That said, this is not going to be a speed run. I am not that cracked at these kinds of games. In fact, I've never really attempted a speed run before. I generally tend to take my time with these kind of games, so this is just for fun, right? We'll let the opening cutscene play out, of course. But yeah, we're not gonna. We might skip by a couple NPCs. It's mainly gonna be gameplay focused, as you'll see. There he is. There's our boy. It's me. Classic moment when you're walking, you see in the lights. I gotta be honest. When I was in college, so I'm a pretty recent college graduate. It was last summer, so August of 2022 when I graduated. I lived on campus the entire time I was at school, except for the pandemic, right? And I actually really liked going on night walks. It was a small enough college town. Obviously, there are some places where it's, not the safest to do that, of course. So no fault to anyone who can't do that, but yeah. So, going in, you know the deal. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania, so there's going to be, it's a gear-gated linear platformer, kind of. There are a lot of open-ended routes through places, and progression can be pretty flexible if you know what you're doing. But the first thing I want to point out is our little health bar up top. It actually looks a bit different from the whole Steel Soul run we've got here. And I really like that. It's a nice visual indicator that this is a different experience. I'm a big fan of that. So, let's see. What are you guys? Vengeflies? Yeah. It's been a while since I took a dive into this game last, so it'll be really fun trying to learn all the enemy names again, you know. If there's one thing I can praise Hollow Knight for, and there are many, many things I can do that for, this game came onto my radar at a very interesting time. So when I was growing up, I didn't really play a lot of games from a lot of different platforms. You know, I had an Xbox, but it was only like after the 360 came out. That's some spikes, but yeah, so I had an... Oh man, I'm getting caught up trying to tell this story. Oh, jeez. There we go. So I had an Xbox when I was younger, but I only ever got the original after the 360 was like near the end of its life cycle, so I was super far behind on that, right? I was a Nintendo kid growing up, for sure. Other people in my family were a little bit different. My brother had a PS2, and he was super, super down with that thing. But for me, I had only ever really grown up playing a couple of odd games here and there, and then like mainly Pokemon and Zelda. Like a lot of kids have that kind of experience from what I know. But when I became a little bit older, got into college, and I was finally, you know, getting money for myself. I got my first job in, what was it? January 2017, I think. So, you know, around that time, end of high school, all the way through the beginning of college, I started getting my own stuff, right? And there were two games that really kind of opened my eyes up to other stuff. One of them was Hollow Knight, and the other one, a little bit later on in, I think it was 2019, was Persona 5. So, oh man, I am rambling. Getting on to... Man. You know, I gotta say, this is one of the interesting things about working on YouTube is I haven't really been making like consistent long-form content in a while, so it's gonna be really tough to get that, you know, commentator spirit back, right? So let me try and just dive right back in where I was before. There's one thing that I can really praise Hollow Knight for, and it was something that this game was one of the first to ever teach me, is that a lot of games really kind of overlook movement, but not this one. See, Hollow Knight is really, really fluid. Attacks come out lightning fast. There's not a lot of start or end lag on things. And as we move through the game, you will see, assuming this is a decently long run, that, oh, there's options upon options upon options for how to get places. It's great. But for right now, our goal is to hunt down a couple of bosses. So we're going to see if we can do just that. Now, I have a bit of a passing familiarity with the landscape, but again, it's been like 2 years, more or less, since I actually took a dive into the game, so bear with me a little bit as I try and learn my way around the Forgotten Crossroads again. I know we can't go down there yet. Whoop. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice. Okay. There we go. Alright, so what's the plan for the series? Well, I think I'm gonna try and do somewhere between like 20 to 30 minute episodes. I'm not sure. Go ahead and tell me in the comments what you think, but I'm a big fan of binging a lot of videos, right? So I'm a big fan of long-form YouTubers, video essayists, super into that. Maybe I'll share some of my personal tastes a little bit later, but there we go, we're healed up. I also just don't want to overload myself with like too big of a project at the moment, right? Now the first video is probably going to be a little bit longer. We're probably going to go until we beat a boss. And you know, it's not too far away to go and do that. So let's go ahead and explore a little bit. Oop. Nice. Ah, he's gone. All right. Oh, that Geo just shot up super, super high. Geo is the money that we're collecting, that like 145, 146 we got in the corner. Yeah, we'll be spending that a little bit later on. In fact, we might be spending some right now. Yep. Hey, buddy, it's Cornifer. Cornifer's the map guy. He's super cool. So, maps are very interesting in Hollow Knight. How they work is they will show you the part of the area that Cornifer has been to, not the entire area. Also, you can walk around. It's a bit hard to see, but you can actually see our little knight just walking around and looking at the map. The big problem is two things. One, we can't see what areas we've actually been to. And number two, we don't know what our location is on that map so far. So it can be kind of complicated, right? There's other tools that we'll be picking up later on, though, that will really help us in that process. Whoop, whoop. Okay, there, nice. You want to come up here because there's a ton of cash just hiding around in these little piles. Oh. Alright. Gonna shove our way up here. And we'll pick up the rest later, maybe. It's not really worth too much, as you can see. You get like 14, 15, some of these are like 20, 30. Now this area, hot springs, you can rest in them and they will heal you up a little bit. They're very, very nice. But we're gonna head back, go down here and get to our first cage match. Nope, we got two more. Boop. Bop. 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 There we go. Alright, we're gonna collect our money. Jump up here, there's none left that way. Alright. And down we go. Oh. Ah, man, I was trying to demonstrate something. So, these guys and certain other hazards, you can actually pogo jump off of them. Very important thing to learn. You may have noticed, though, when we hit them, interesting thing here, they make kind of a metallic clink sound. You can't hurt them that way. They are more or less invincible. In fact, I don't think you can kill these guys at all. There are certain attacks that can get around armor like that, but I think these guys are... my greed got the best of me. These guys are a little bit tougher than that. So, back to the crossroads we go. Gonna dive up here. Whoop. Gotcha. Alrighty. Collect our moolah. Ooh. Alrighty. A bit sloppy, but, you know, that's the thing. we're slowly getting back into the game again, right? Do I risk it? I do. And look at that profit. Bop. Come up here and down we go. Ah, signs. I have no need for such things, for I have a map. So we got a bench. These benches work kind of like a bonfire in Dark Souls. These are kind of like remote save points. You can save wherever, but you'll always respawn at a bench like this. And here we have the last stag. This is our way of fast traveling through the game. Now, we have only one station that we've unlocked, but there's a default one in Dirtmouth that, once you unlock a station, it opens up and you can go back anytime. So, back we go. We may as well open up this pathway now, just so that we have it in the future if we ever really survive long enough to come back. Oop. Hit that lever, open the door, and presto. Now, some things have changed. We have an open house here now with some glasses on top.
Bapanada.
Izelda. The Legend of Izelda. No. So Izelda is Cornifer's partner and will help us getting more map supplies. One thing that you really want to get are the compass and the quill. The compass will tell you where you are on the map, and the quill will let you update your map as you explore. Kinda useful. We got enough money for this, so we'll get it now. So we look at our map, and you see how it's still kinda hazy? Well, sit down, write on your map, and boom. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So, back down into the dungeon below, and back into the Forgotten Crossroads. Another thing I'm just such a fan of with this game is the ambience and the feel to it, right? The sound design is really good, the art direction is like nothing I've ever seen, it's great. Big fan of this. Speaking of good games with art and sound design that are like prime time stuff, I've recently been getting into Cuphead, actually. I've never, let's see, I've never beaten Cuphead, and I just picked up the game the other day. I think it was like maybe, what, 2-3 weeks ago? Yeah, I'm gonna guess either a quarter or halfway through. Probably closer to a quarter. I am partway done with World 2, if you know anything about Cuphead. But yeah, this is back up here where I said we wouldn't be able to go before. Now we open that switch, we can go through. Super dark. Let's not. So, back down here again. We're gonna want to go down here. Now, why do we want to go down here? Well, I'll show you. First off, we got a big bee right here. Yep. Alright, and we got more money. Yeah, that's what I really dragged you out here for. No, we got more. Oh, we got so much more. Jumper. Okay. This. Now, we don't need it right now, but I'll show you. You can hit them, and they will restore soul. That's the big white mask all the way in the upper left corner. That is a sort of pool that you drain from to heal, and to use certain abilities that we'll be getting later on. Alright, big boy. Here we go. First boss of the day. Let's go. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, jeez. Are you gonna end the run here? Don't do that. Nope. Okay. Man, my luck is really going for me. I did this boss in prep a little while ago. I mentioned the session I did like a week back or something, and I cleared it without any trouble. Man, I'm slacking today. It must be the commentator's curse. You ever heard about that? There's a couple other YouTubers I watch who have mentioned that things get a lot harder when you're trying to commentate over them. Seems like a pretty real thing to me. Oh well, we made it through. We're alive. All that matters. This run ain't ending yet. Honestly, if it ended right now, I probably would just start over. But what's our reward for beating Gruzmother? Well, it's a free house. Yeah, so we have rescued Sly. Now, Sly is a shopkeeper. We'll find him all the way up top, and he is gone very quickly. So Sly is very interesting. He sells a lot of good and useful stuff, but for kind of unreasonable prices. However, you can't really get it anywhere else, so he's your one-stop shop for anything up top. Alright. But that's not our big target for the day. Nah, we got one more. Like I said, this first episode's going to be a little bit longer, so we're going to run our way through here. Not this way. Alright. Aha, I know where we are. I know exactly where we are now, actually. So, we're going to come up yonder way. And we're gonna go fight the real big boss of the area. You ready for this? Alright. I don't think you're ready for this. It's not this guy, though. He is big. Alright, watch. Hitless. Let's go. Hitless. Come on. We can do it. Yup. 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 Yep, we got him. We got him. 100%. Nope, you can't stop me. Nope. Gotcha. Gotcha. This time for sure. Kill him. Kill him. There we go. Alright, that guy's fun. He also only gives you like 50 geo, so I mean, it's a lot of money right now, sure. Yeah, but that's not the real big boss of the area. He is big. But now we got someone even bigger. Oh, just barely not high enough. Alright. Here we go. Oh dear God, it's one of you. Nah. Alright, he's over here. Nope, he's over here. False Knight. Big man. We're probably not gonna take care of him hitless. Just to get that out of the way right now. Oh, alright. Nah, that's just first phase. It's like a squishmallow almost. Oh, yep, first hit. But it's fine. Oh! Look at that, we just broke the gate. We can leave. Oh my God, no. Alright, yep, do that. Oh. Alright. So there's a great time to heal against him. And we'll be running up to that in just a moment, yeah? Nope. There, right now. Alright, take the opportunity. If you ever played a Soulsborne game, anything like that, think of this as a 2D version of it. Not in like a reductive sense, but there are opportunities when you'll need to attack, opportunities when it's best to heal, and it's all about learning the flow of battle with these bosses. Whoop. There we go. So he only hit us like, what, 3 times maybe? Kind of lost track there. There we go. Win. Ba-da-da-da-da. There we go. False Knight. And our reward, the city crest. But that's not all. We got a little bit more. So we're gonna head up here, open the chest, and collect all the money in the world. 200 Geo. We are rich, everybody. Alright, well, that's gonna be all for this first episode. Next time, we're gonna be moving on to the farthest edges of the Forgotten Crossroads and into the next area. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you soon.